Hey, this is Rebecca Vendetti, professional network marketer, and today I'm going to ask a question. Does this video make me look fat? Okay, not really. But what I want to talk to you about today is defeating self-doubt in your network marketing business and in life. So this is actually another lesson that I learned from my yoga practice, because I do Bikram yoga just to kind of keep myself sane because I am a PhD student, a twin mommy, and a network marketer. And all those things together means that I need some yoga breaks. And something that I learned recently that was really sort of this growing moment for me in yoga. So the type of yoga that I do is called Bikram yoga. It is the hottest of the hot yogas. It is 40 degrees Celsius and 40% humidity for 90 minutes. So most of us in there, most of the women are in little short yoga shorts and a sports bra, and that's all. And it took me a really long time to get to that point because, like most women, I have a lot of body image issues, and I don't feel comfortable in little shorty shorts and a sports bra. So it took me a really long time to get there. But because it was 40-degree heat and 40% humidity for 90 minutes, sometimes it would be just like, I can't wear any more clothes. I have to take some things off or I am just gonna fall over and die. So eventually I got to that point, and now I usually do yoga in little shorty shorts and a sports bra, which is what most people do. But some days I would go in, and Bikram yoga, you also do it in front of mirrors. So there's mirrors in front of you and mirrors to the side so that you can see how you're doing in the postures and you can correct any misalignments. But some days I go in there in my little shorty shorts and my sports bra, and all I can think about is how fat I look in my yoga shorts and my sports bra. And it's absolutely terrible because it's just this, this voice inside me, and we all have those voices, don't we? You're not good enough. You're not pretty enough. And it comes into play in your network marketing business as well. And I've heard a lot of objections and worries in terms of self-doubt, especially, I had, bang, interruption. My wireless connection went wonky. Okay, so especially when it comes to video, I've seen a lot of these issues, where people don't want to do videos because they feel they're not pretty enough, they look too old. I have one friend that I made when I went on my LA trip, and I think she's in her 50s or 60s, and she said she feels like she's too old to be on camera, and it's absolutely not true, because no matter what you're struggling with, first of all, I guarantee that you are your harshest critic. So this is one thing that I learned in my yoga practice, was the way I'm judging myself, I am my own worst critic. And it's going to be the same for you as well. You are your own worst critic. And the other thing is, there are so many people out there who are just like you, who are having the same fears, the same struggles, and if they see you overcoming them and you branding yourself as a leader, they are going to be attracted to you. So one of the things that I'm always a little bit concerned about when doing videos, and one of the things that, maybe keeps you from doing videos is my house too messy? It's not clean. They're gonna see clutter. Okay, so I have 3-year-old twin boys. I have a husband who's an entrepreneur, which means that he's scattered and all over the place and doesn't clean up after himself. I love him, but he doesn't clean up after himself, and neither do my kids. And we have toys everywhere. And so if I do this, and we go on road trips fairly often because we live about 5 hours away from both sets of immediate families. So right back there behind me, you see bags full of yarn because we went to visit both sets of grandparents over Thanksgiving, which was maybe about a week ago, and we packed some things in grocery bags, and they're still sitting in grocery bags over there because we both work, he works full-time, I'm a student full-time, plus I work part-time, plus we have 3-year-old boys, so we don't unpack from road trips. And then you can also see there's a partially knit quilt in the back. There's my glass of water. I was drinking water. I have to be hydrated to go to yoga. There's all kinds of junk in the back. And I just kind of try to, position myself so that you can't see my empty water glass and you can't see the bags of yarn. But really, it doesn't matter, because you're going to be the person who's judging you the harshest. And there are going to be all sorts of other people. So I bet there are tons of other people out there who are network marketing mommies who are like, oh my goodness, my house is not clean enough to do videos. Guys, my house is not clean enough to do videos. So getting over this self-doubt. Actually, I have 4 tips for you. So I actually should have said this right at the beginning, because this is what the video is about. But 4 tips for getting over your fears and that self-doubt, both in network marketing and in life. And I'm going to relate this back to my yoga practice again as well. Okay, so the first one is having an awareness of where those, having an awareness of those negative thoughts. First of all, realizing that that you're afraid of, what do I look like without makeup? What if I don't have anything to say on video? What if my house isn't clean? Just being aware when those negative thoughts come up and being able to identify them will really help you start to eliminate them, because you won't be able to get over all this self-doubt if you don't know that it's happening in the first place. And just being able to identify it just when it happens, realize, oh, hey, this is my inner critic coming up. And just sort of label it what it is. And then you want to identify where those feelings are coming from. So really, what does it come down to? And it's easier if I bring this back to my yoga practice, because I can give you some concrete examples. So I would become aware when I'm sitting there in very little clothing thinking, oh my goodness, I look so fat. I can't stand this. I look terrible. I'd realize it, and then I'd identify where it's coming from. So really, it's this desire to sort of to fit in, to fit with the ideal, to be the thin, attractive model that you see everywhere on magazines, on television, that really doesn't quite exist out there in nature. Everybody has different things about them that they're insecure about. But I was identifying that I'm subject to these social pressures. What is the norm? What am I supposed to look like? And on video too, what am I supposed to look like? What am I supposed to sound like? Those sorts of things. And a lot of it is just what we're sort of taught that we're supposed to do, which is really, in a lot of cases, an unattainable ideal. And here's a little secret, guys. If you say, to heck with this, my house isn't clean enough to do a video, I'm going to do a video anyway, it's going to really empower you, and it's going to empower the hundreds or thousands of people who have the exact same struggle and say, hey, if she's doing this, well, maybe I can do this too. Maybe it's not such a big idea. Maybe it's not such a big deal. And then number 3, for getting over your fears, you want to, first of all, identify them, identify where they're coming from, and then create clarity on who you want to be and where you want to go. So what you have to do is think about why you're doing network marketing, why you're building your business online. For a lot of us, it's helping other people build businesses from home. A lot of people want to help others. Maybe you want to help your parents retire. Maybe you want to retire your spouse. Maybe you want to help your kids pay for college. Maybe you want to finally quit that 9-to-5 job that you hate. Maybe you want to get yourself out of debt. All these sorts of things, all these goals that we have, you need to really create clarity on your goals, on what you want, and then keep that in the front of your mind. So if you keep making excuses, then you can keep pushing off action that will get you to move forward in your business. And do you really want a messy house to get in the way of being able to retire your spouse? Or do you really want some insecurity about the way you look on camera to get in the way of you being able to buy a house, to get a new car, to put your kids through college, maybe debt-free? Think about those little insecurities and what they are compared to the big picture. Really, they're nothing compared to the big picture. And then number 4 is you want to execute. You want to create a plan and follow it. on what you want to be and where you want to go. So again, I'm going to relate this back to my yoga practice. So what helped me was getting clear really on who I want to be and where I want to go. And I don't want to be a skinny supermodel. I lost a ton of weight when I was mid to late teen years, and I had twins, so I have like the mom body. I don't want to be, this perfect Barbie. What I want to be is fit and healthy. And then number 4, execute, create a plan, and follow it. Okay, so Bikram yoga is actually really amazing for this. And if I'm focusing more on my mobility, on my flexibility, on my strength, on all these things that I want to create, if I focus on that and really remind myself why I'm doing it and keep track of my progress, then it makes the self-doubt kind of not so important. And it's the same thing with your network marketing business. You need to figure out where you want to go. So say you want to be able to quit your 9-to-5 job, stay home with your kids, and still be able to pay for cool stuff like vacations and yoga memberships and new clothes when your kids grow out of their old clothes. And then find a plan. And if you want a really good plan, if you want something that's really working for me, just head on over to my Facebook fan page. If you're not already there, click on the Learn More button. You're going to get my free internet recruiting bootcamp course, and it's going to help you build your business online. But basically, find a plan, get clear your goal in your mind, and work towards it. And then something else that I realized with self-doubt, and a lot of our self-doubt gets kind of projected out. So we think, not only my house isn't clean enough to do a video, but what are other people going to think? Other people are going to judge me, and what are they going to say? And that was happening to me in my yoga practice as well, until I realized, really, it doesn't affect me at all. If someone is out there and sort of bashing you and criticizing you and really saying anything negative, what you need to realize is that is coming from a place of fear, a place of insecurity, a place of negativity within them. It's more about where they are in their situation. They are not happy with where they are with themselves. It has more to do with them, and it has less to do with you. And it was the same sort of thing for me when I realized that really, even if everybody else in that yoga room thought I was fat, and they probably didn't, that it really didn't impact me at all. Like, what does that mean for me? Absolutely nothing. So once you can get over that self-doubt, once you can make your dreams and your goals bigger than your insecurities, find a plan and realize that any negative self-doubt that's coming from inside you, just identify it, try to figure out where it's coming from, and then try to put it into context with the bigger picture. And if you're getting any negative comments from other people, which will happen once you get successful enough, it's inevitable, just realize that it's more about them than it is about you. And what they're saying, if they're criticizing you, it's because they're insecure with themselves. And then, if you can get over your fear of your makeup-free face, or your messy house, or if you think you're too old or not pretty enough, or you don't have anything to say, if you can get over that and just start doing videos anyway, because that's what I really want you to do, that's what's going to really affect your business, is start doing videos, then you're going to really appeal to the people who are having the same struggles, because you're going to be seen as a leader, and they're going to see you and they're going to say, I'm struggling with the same thing. If she can do it, I can do it. And it puts you in a position to see some really great success. All right, so that's all. That's all for today. And yeah, did this video make me look fat? All right, so head on over to my blog if you want more training, RebeccaVendetti.com, packed with free stuff and also the courses that I use. And otherwise, have a great day and happy marketing.